everyone, it's Yuto from /recipes.com, and today I'm going to show you a delicious fusion dish called Mapo Tofu. It originated from Sichuan in China, but the Japanese version is milder and contains things like miso paste and sake. Let's start with the ingredients. For 2 portions you'll need 100 grams of pork mince, a pinch of salt and pepper, half a finely diced onion, 1.5 tablespoons of sake, 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, half tablespoon of miso paste, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil or sesame oil, half tablespoons of Chinese chili bean paste called tobanjan, 1 teaspoon of garlic paste, 200 milliliters of chicken stock, 300 grams of firm tofu, half tablespoons of oyster sauce, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 2 tablespoons of cold water mixed with 2 teaspoons of cornstarch to make a slurry, 2 teaspoons of chili oil, 30 grams of finely chopped spring onion, a pinch of dried chili flakes, and 2 portions of cooked rice for serving. So I'm gonna start by heating a pan or wok on medium. Once it's hot, add the pork mince. I don't use any oil at this point because the pork has enough fat already. Season it with a sprinkle of salt and pepper. At this point, we're just gonna fry until it's browned. Pork is always used for this dish rather than chicken or beef. The fat in the pork just adds great flavour to the dish overall. If you're interested in making a vegetarian or vegan version, check out my Mapo Nasu recipe for some ideas on substitute ingredients. I've put the link in the description. Once it looks like this, you can add the onion and fry those together until the onion is softened slightly. Now I'm gonna flavour this with half teaspoon of sake, half teaspoon of soy sauce, and half tablespoon of miso paste. Mix them thoroughly until they're well incorporated. You might have realized that these quantities are less than what I stated earlier in the ingredients list. Well, first we're flavouring the pork, and then later we'll flavour the sauce with more sake and soy sauce. Basically we add the same ingredients at different times in the cooking process to direct the flavour to different parts of the dish. Okay, once the flavours are mixed in, push everything to one side and add a drizzle of sesame oil, half tablespoon of tobanjan, and 1 teaspoon of garlic paste. Fry them a little until you can smell the aroma, and then mix them in with the pork. Tobanjan is a type of spicy Sichuan chili bean paste. I don't recommend substituting or skipping this ingredient if you can help it, as it really makes the dish. You should be able to find it easily in Chinese or Asian supermarkets. Okay, next add 200 milliliters of chicken stock and tofu, then allow it to come to a boil. I personally like using slightly firmer tofu as it doesn't fall apart when cooking and the presentation looks nicer, but you can use soft or silken tofu if you prefer the texture. Mapo Tofu is basically the Japanese version of Chinese Mapo Tofu. This dish is a family favourite in Japan. It's quick to make and tastes so good. Because the Japanese one is quite mild, it's even enjoyed by kids and served in school lunch as well. Once it's boiling, add half tablespoon of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of sake, half teaspoon of soy sauce, and a sprinkling of black pepper to flavour the sauce. Give it a mix and reduce the heat a little, allowing it to simmer until it's reduced by about half. We don't want it to be too soupy for this dish. Once it's reduced, I'm adding the slurry made from 2 tablespoons of water mixed with 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. This is gonna thicken it up and make it glossy. It will also stick to the tofu better. Just keep simmering until it reaches the desired thickness. This looks about good to me, so finally drizzle some chili oil over the top. Add as much or as little as you like, depending on your spicy tolerance. Finally, we're gonna dish up. I recommend serving it with rice. I'm putting it straight in a bowl and I'll have rice on the side, but you can put them on the same plate or even make Mapo Tofu donburi if you like. Sprinkle it with chopped spring onions and chili threads for decoration and flavour. And there you have it, one of Japan's favourite fusion dishes, Mapo Tofu. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this recipe, make sure to hit like, and if you want to learn more about Japanese cooking, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm always working on new recipes to share with you. Hope to see you in the next video. Thanks again.